Kevin, and today I'm going to be streaming another walk in the park video. For those of you who want to see what I'm wearing, that's that. Excuse me a moment. Let's switch this back around. So, since the last time I streamed a walk in the park, it is a lot more colorful. There's a lot of flowers blooming. Not just dandelions, but you can see here a bunch of very, very pretty tulips. And there's a lot of flowering trees that are also in bloom. Dandelions blooming as well. But yeah, you can see I posted a couple of pictures from the park of these trees. I thought, hey, there's a lot of stuff blooming out here. Might as well come out and show you how different it is than it was earlier in the spring, when it was pretty barren. There aren't any roses yet. It's still not time for those to bloom, but you can see. So, I'm not sure what kind of tree that is. It's very pretty. But this tree with all the reddish blossoms, that I believe is a crab apple tree. Very nice day in the park today. It's a little cool, but cool, cloudy day. Still, it's nice. Well, thank you, Stream Elements, for suddenly realizing that, that I was streaming. Anyway, so yeah, the blossoms of this tree are just beautiful. I'll get a close up here. You're hearing lots of wind on the mic again. Well, I'm not sure what I can do about that. I mean, I can stick my hand over here. It's just a really light breeze. Okay. Well, right now I'm holding my hand sort of flat next to the phone, which is probably blocking some of the wind. But that's going to get tiring. Oh, now you hear it again. It's weird. That's too bad. Anyway, but you can see not all the blossoms on the crabapple are open yet. So it's going to be blossoming for a while. The tree with the white blossoms back there, that one seems to be getting near the end of blossoming. You don't think the hand helps? Well, then I'm not going to hold it up there. Anyway, so, and there are various shades, reddish and pinkish and whitish blossoms on this tree here. These are more pinkish than they are reddish. See that? Lots of people in the park today. You can see that what are those, daffodils are still in bloom. And over here we have some more very pretty tulips. walk through the area a little bit. We're heading back to the flower gardens. See it, yeah, there's all sorts of flowering trees in various states. This one is just starting to blossom. Not quite there yet. Same with this looks more like a bush than a tree. So it is very pretty this time of year in the Arboretum area. Let's see, there's another one that's all white. It's possible those white ones are just crabapple trees that gleam white. The ones that I kind of started out with. Not everything is leafed out yet. This one obviously putting all of its energy into seed production. Anyway, very tall pine trees. Over here, I'm not sure how old they are, but I'm guessing they're pretty old. Sort of a little grove area right there. There's that Austrian pine sign again. Yeah, I know that, excuse me, I know that many of the trees in this Arboretum area are the oldest of their kind in the city of Minneapolis, but I don't think they actually have like signs or plaques to let people know which ones those are. Looks like in the top of Pageant Hill, they're doing a wedding. So that's interesting. A lot of people like to come here for special events, special occasions, just because of how pretty it can be. Another tree that's giving a lot of its energy over to seed production. A few more flowering trees in a little area. Okay, so this one looks like it's past blooming. And this one is still blooming, still mostly blooming. So these are, I believe, lilacs. And they're just starting to bloom. I haven't looked at our lilacs to see how far along they are. Ours, those in Minneapolis tend to bloom a little earlier. Yes, they are very big bushes. And hello, Cam Hugja. And just because the city is a little warmer than outlying areas, so people who live in the outlying areas, their lilacs will bloom a week, 10 days later than ours. Do they smell nice? Well, I have a mask on right now, but yes, lilacs do smell nice. You can see a lot more flowers here, and then there's even more lilacs. Not sure if this is still alive. It doesn't look very healthy at the moment. A fringe tree. This small tree is native to southeastern United States and is commonly found on a variety of moist-rich sites. As the common name implies, they have creamy white flowers with fringe-like petals in the spring. In the late summer, dark olive-like fruits develop and are fed on by a variety of animals. You can see that there's some of these things on there. That must be the dark olive-like fruits that they're talking about, but there's I'm not seeing any growth on that, so I'm not sure how healthy it is. It's possible that it's just very late to develop because it's a southern tree. Some sort of tiny little flowers here at the edge of the very large area of bushes. More flowers. Bushes. There are just hundreds and hundreds of flowers out here. Thousands and thousands, really. Because, I mean, if you count every flower on every tree, that's an enormous number of flowers. There's a couple of red maple trees. Most trees don't have their leaves turned red until the fall, but this one, its natural leaf color is much more reddish than anything else. That looks like it might be an early blooming rose, but I'm not sure. Oh, this is kind of sparsely populated or planted. There's another one of those. I think might be a rose. And there's the other red maple tree. There's some traffic to pull through. Get some syrup from it. No, I don't know what their foraging rules are for this park. There are parks where you can do some foraging, but tapping it for maple syrup, no, that's not something that they approve of. You can do it to your own trees in Minneapolis. I know some people do that, but not the trees in the park. So this is the trial garden area. I think I mentioned that the last time I was through here. It's still not blooming a lot, but a lot of the vegetation has started growing, at least the green. A lot of things leafing out. Oh, so many trees. Yeah, the thing about the syrup is the trees don't actually give syrup, they give sap, which you have to boil down a whole lot of it to get any syrup at all. So, not really practical. But yeah, I know they have made rules about foraging in city parks because there are crabapple trees that you can harvest. There are nut trees that you can harvest as well. So I'm not seeing the turkey. There's been a turkey that was sort of hanging out in this area. I got a couple of pictures of, but none today. Yeah, you can definitely see, I mean, the last time I was here streaming, there was almost none of these trees with leaves. Another really pretty tree. As you can see, it's been dropping a lot of petals. It's near the end of flowering. But yeah, the experience this time of year is much different than earlier in the spring. Another one that's blooming. Here's that trial garden area again. You can see that here there are plenty of flowers in bloom. See little ones down by the side of the path. Still haven't figured out what that green thing is. Well, this one has a number of blossoms, but the leaves are not very big yet on that one. Not sure how healthy that is. There's some more flowers in the trial garden area. I don't know, what are those, bluebells maybe? Those are bleeding hearts. Pretty sure. Yeah, I have no idea what those are. Little violet all by itself. Go this way. Yep, still the oh, little white flowers are slightly pinkish, I guess. Yeah, edge of the path there. Yes, we're still bordering the cemetery, so you can see up ahead even more of those little flowers. I'm assuming they're wildflowers. They don't look like they're specifically planted. But, plenty of wildflowers in this area. On the other side of that fence is the bird sanctuary. I don't know what it is that I'm hearing. Woodpecker, maybe? But yeah, in here you can really get a feeling of nature. It's a very nice natural area. Very different from the planted gardens area. But you can still get planes flying overhead, so you really don't forget that you're not in nature, that you're in a city park. That's kind of pretty, that sort of wooded area. Oh, somebody's car alarm. Another sign that you're in the city park and not. I don't know if they're having another wedding over there. Yeah, it definitely looks like some sort of ceremony is going on over there. Yeah. Go this way. Very nice area of ferns right there. For those of you who haven't been looking at my Discord, the bird sanctuary here is where I've seen deer, a family of deer, and the turkey was in here, the wild turkey was in here for a while, and I also saw a muskrat in here not that long ago. And even though it's very shallow water here, it's more of a wetland area than like the lake. I saw some fish as well in here. So that's nice. Let's see, I'm just trying to figure out which way I want to go from here. Yeah, there's definitely something happening here. Like I said, a lot of people like to have events here just because of how beautiful it can be. And I don't really want to disturb any of those people. So I think I'm going to avoid going into the Peace Garden. But it's very nice over there. Another tree in bloom. I think this is the first time this year that I've seen the parking lot full. That happens a lot during the summertime. guess everybody wanted their events today. Ooh. So back to the annual and perennial garden. Guess I can show this part a little bit. See all sorts of very, very pretty flowers of various types. Oh goodness, that's a lot of people. Flowers near the signs. These I think are the same as the flowers that were on the Lyndale Park sign. Oh. So many flowers. Yeah, you can see that the rose beds are cleared, but there aren't any roses yet. There will be I'm hearing music from over there. Not sure what that is. Yeah, you actually have to get a permit and pay for the permit to have like a wedding or, I don't know, prom picture thing. In fact, I probably am not legally supposed to be streaming out of the park, but I'm not making any money off this, so they can complain. And I would just take down the video, I guess. Yeah, you can see there are plenty of places here where there's going to be roses blooming, but aren't yet. Many, many tulips. And of course, there's the lake. And we're back by the white flowering trees. So, across the street with these bicyclists. Across the bike path. Pretty sure this wasn't here last time. Wow, that's kind of a steep ramp. This is, you can see that there's racks for canoes and kayaks. I'm assuming that this area is for launching your canoes and kayaks that you might have stored right over there. I don't know if you can see. We've got a bunch of sailboats on the lake now. There's a couple of mallards and a few coots on the lake. The sort of grayish ones are with the green heads are the mallards, and the black ones with the white beaks, those are coots. Somebody put their dog in the lake. I think there's rules against that. Letting the dog off the leash. A lot more people this time of year than early in the spring. This lower dirt path looks like it's getting used less than the upper paved path, so I think I'm going to come down here. Excuse me. It's very nice. There's a cloud of bugs. Very nice in the park today. There's a flowering tree. You don't usually hear a very loud radio playing or car stereo playing opera. It's usually something with a heavy beat and a lot of bass. But there went somebody who wants to share their opera with the world. There are plenty of places that you can fish from the shore. Like here. Just step down there and get to the shoreline. If that's what you want. I don't think fishing season has started yet. What dungeon is this? Well, Kabuki Ninja. This is obviously the haunted forest. So it's not a dungeon, it's part of the realm. There's another area where you can fish from. You missed when I was going near the area of the forest where all the tombstones are. And no, I did not attack any of the tombstones in an effort to find the Kagikame. Are you playing in public testing right now? No. I don't usually go to testing. I don't even know if I have a usable account there. But yeah, I know, this doesn't really look like the haunted forest because all the trees aren't dead. This is just what it looked like before all the trees died. Yeah, I wonder if any. I know it happens that there's a haunted forest near a lake. I think both of those things are fixed on the map, so no random chance of having them collide. What whites? What whites can you get from this? Not sure. Kevin, you absolute beast. Are you rushing? You seem to ignore all the mobs you're passing. Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing. Another nice little spot which they have for shoreline fishing. You know, I don't just stream Realm of the Mad God, I stream other games as well. Use Trickster to skip the leg. Well, there's another very pretty flowering tree. And another one. I'm assuming that one wasn't actually deliberately planted, but that's interesting. The leaves on that are reddish. Anyway. Coming up to the beach. It's been one actually warm day so far this spring, and the beach was very crowded on that day, but normally this time of year there's nobody here, or very few people here. Alright, let me pick my way down. And quite a lot of algae right now, and I haven't put out the markers for the swimming area yet. Try attacking the mobs with your dagger. Drop the cloak of bloody surprises. Yes. What a great idea. Pretty sure that would result in player death at some point. Algae there. This is a very nice beach to hang out on during the summertime. I think they start manning the lifeguard stations at the beginning of June or very late May. So they're not set up yet for having people swim, even though there were people swimming that one warm day. JK, BTW attacking mobs spawn 3 calamity crabs, which result in you having to nexus. Yes. That's somewhat what would happen. Unfortunately, the nexus key is not mapped in this configuration, so no nexusing for me. Alright, get up out of the beach area. That is not an area that you should be fishing from, obviously. Now I have seen people fishing from boats sort of close to yes, unbind nexus challenge. What was I saying? Oh, I've seen people in boats fishing very close to the swimming area, which is a little frightening if you're swimming out there and you're seeing somebody cast their lure 20 feet away from you. Feels like they're throwing it right at you. All right, well, you can see the dock or pier, the fishing pier. So if shore fishing isn't for you, and it isn't for a lot of people, you can fish from this little pier here. And another area where they have canoes and kayaks.
You guys are all hanging out. My understanding is like
you can rent one of these spots. If you want to keep your pedal boat. There's pedal boats out there. And paddle boards. Also rentable from Wheel Fun Rentals. I thought it was Wheels of Fun, but I must have been. No, it's just Wheel Fun Rentals. All right. There is the boat launch. And the dock for launching or getting your watercraft off the lake. There's always plenty of activity on the lake in the summertime. You can see I mentioned there's boats on the lake. There's all sorts of like little sailboats out there. It's giving me that poor connection message again. This area is the band shell area where they do performances during the summertime and sit on any of these benches and just watch the free musical performances they have. It looks like. So across there, just to the right of the band shell is a place called Bread and Pickle. Looks like it might be open already. You can get a variety of food there. Last time I was here, the restrooms were open in that building, but Bread and Pickle itself hadn't opened yet, but it looks like it's open now. And yes, there's a grassy area here behind the band shell area. Where you can lay out a blanket and have a picnic while listening to the music. And there is also, still telling me poor connection. I might have to sign off soon, but I need to show not the restrooms here, but there's also a very nice picnicking area. And there's a playground area, screeching kids. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you can see back behind those trees. People pay a lot of money to live in a house very close to the lake. So there are some very nice houses back there. That's Lake Harriet Parkway right there. So one of the things that I haven't shown before about this park is how it's connected. Most of the parks in the Twin Cities are connected to each other. This park, Lyndale, well actually this part I believe is Lake Harriet Park, which is obviously very connected to Lyndale Park. You can see down there there's more picnic tables, more grills, so people can have larger gatherings. But alright, down this hill. But yeah, so this park connects to William Berry Park, which connects to Lake Calhoun, which is also, the shoreline of which is also a park. Actually, it's not Lake Calhoun anymore, it's the Makaska. God, they renamed it. Gotta get that lodged in my head. But you can see there's a signpost up there talking, well, it says Grand Rounds, and that is the name for all of the connected parks as a whole. And there's the sign saying the Makaska that way, William Berry Park that way, Lake Harriet Banshell back from where we came, water hand pump back there, all sorts of stuff. So yes, there's like a 30-mile circumference, maybe we'd call it, across the street. It's not really a circle, but area of connected parks and parkways. You can see there's another, off by itself, another picnic table and excuse me, and grill over there. think I am now in William Berry Park. I don't think this is like Harriet Park anymore. So you can start walking, walk all day, and you're either in a park or on a parkway the whole time. All sorts of parks, very nice parks. Personally, I don't think they're all as good as Lyndale Park and Lake Harriet Park, but they are very nice parks, many of them. I say many of them. There's a couple of parks in the Minneapolis park system which I'm not super fond of, but those are like little tiny parks without any amenities. So we are still, I'm pretty sure, in William Berry Park. You can see it's got lots of nice trees and grass. And over there, even more trees and more trees. Natural beauty. And if you look, you can probably see, if you walk down the sidewalk, I would be in William Berry Park the whole time until I got to the lake down there. And that is Makaska. So, yes. And if you go south from Lake Harriet, you arrive in Minnehaha Creek Park after passing through one other park. It's all connected, and you can keep walking for, I don't know,